Hello, everyone. My guest today is Max Bauermeister. He has followed his studies at KCL in London and his first experience of scaling at a rocket internet company all the way to IPO. Initially worked as a consultant for a boutique consultancy which focuses on procurement and restructuring, where he was also involved in HR and reorganization projects. Today, he moved to help scale, 2 years later, he moved to help scale an InsureTech organization from 15 to 160 employees within 3 years, supporting their international strategy. During that experience, he discovered a gap in the market for a one-stop tool to scale companies and digitize HR. Now he's focused on OrgOS to solve that problem. Max, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yep, I'm sure I'm ready.
All right. And for those of you following along, the website is OrgOS.io. Max, what's the company do and what's your revenue model? How do you make money?
Okay, so the company itself is basically an HR platform. So it's designed to digitize all your HR needs, from recruitment to offboarding to onboarding, to your holiday processes or HR processes. And basically, we have it's a license model, so per seat model essentially. Right now it's pretty straightforward. It's actually €5 per employee per month. Exactly, and you can customize whatever modular, because the OrgOS basically built up structure in a modular structure. So you can say, I want only recruitment, or only onboarding, or only holidays, or whatever you want to do, or your surveying tool.
And Max, what is the typical team, the average team that signs up with you? How many employees or team members they typically sign up?
Yeah. So right now, I think the majority of our customers are actually high growth startups. So there's somewhere between, let's say, 30 and about 120 employees, and they're looking to scale within the next few months or year.
Okay. So 30 employees at a €5 per month price point puts you at about, called 150, 160 United States dollars per month, kind of on an average logo. Is that about right?
That's like the minimum, basically. That's where you would start, right? It wouldn't make sense below 30 employees. You can still handle that with Excel or any other tool.
Well, would you say that's a fair average across your base, or is it closer to 200 or 300 a month?
So right now, the average users per customer is probably about 60, 70, I would say.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. All right. So we could essentially double that then and get up to, call it $300 a month minimum, something in there.
Yeah.
That's great. Put this on a timeline for me. What year did you launch the company in?
Yeah, so we launched in 2017, in February, actually. That's the original founding date.
Okay, and have you bootstrapped the company or raised?
So we raised.
Okay, how much have you raised to date?
So we raised just shy of $1 million, I would say, altogether. In an initial raise, we raised around just shy of $500,000 to build a product, essentially, and then we raised another just shy of 500,000 this year. So and since this year we're basically live and launched the product in April with the first customers.
And all equity, or was some of this debt, convertible debt?
Some of this second round was convertible debt.
Interesting. So walk me through why you made that decision to do equity for the first 500 and debt for the second 500.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, it was the easier solution for us right now, right? We didn't want to spend time through all with all the sort of bureaucratic hurdles of having to basically go through. Also, we weren't sure what the current valuation was really like. And we didn't want to force us or the angels or the syndicates into a situation where they would have to basically evaluate what the company is worth. So we wanted to have the professional investors basically give their indication next year, and then the angels and the syndicates sort of a fair chance to jump on board right now, and not have to guess some sort of valuation right now.
But your first 500 was priced.
Mm-hmm.
There was a value. Usually what people do is they raise debt or convertible note to avoid the valuation conversation. But you already set the valuation in the first round. So was it a situation where you needed more money, you couldn't raise it unless you did a down round, so you did debt instead?
No. Basically, it was just that we didn't want to have the bureaucratic hurdles of raising. So in the first round we gave away equity, right? But in the second round it was a convertible note essentially, and yeah, that was just for ease of the process, right? Because we don't have to basically run it through the notary as in Germany. Here's the case, for example, and so forth.
I see. Very good. And then how many customers have you scaled to today?
So right now we have approximately between, I think it's about 700, 800 end users essentially, consisting of approximately 25 B2B customers.
That's great. So 25 logos, paying, I think you said earlier, about $300 per month. So you guys are doing about 77 grand a month right now in revenue?
Yeah, somewhere along those lines, right? So with some, of course, some really early adopters, we have different deals, but round about that number.
Okay.
Is correct.
And about a year ago, where were you at? Were you pre-revenue at that point in October 2017?
For sure. We were pre-revenue all the way until March of this year, actually.
Very good. So good. $0 to $7,500 a month and call it four or 5 months isn't that bad. Talk to me about churn. Have you lost any customers or any downgrades?
Not right now, right? So the customers that we onboarded, we had clear expectations from both sides. Some of them were beta customers as well. So we had no churn so far.
And walk me through, every founder when they're launching, getting the first 10 customers is tricky. How'd you get your first 10 customers?
Yeah, of course. So me and the other co-founders, we have quite an extensive network. So what we did was we reached out to our networks and really looked at the type of companies that we had on our network and whether they were ideal for what we had back in the day. So we had an MVP that was very unique. So you need to look at, okay, what do I have as an MVP and what type of customers or potential customers are in my network. And so that's how we got the first customers on board, really.
That's great.
It was all through trust and friendship.
And is it just right now you and your co-founder, or what's your team size today?
No, so right now, there's actually about 4 founders. 2 are very technical, so they're CTOs, and one of them is David, who's the CEO, and I'm more on the commercial side. I'm there for the business side of things, so the accounts and the prospective accounts and the sales basically. And right now there's about 12 of us spread across Berlin and Madrid. Okay,
so 12, and that's including the 4 founders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, across Berlin and Madrid. Okay, that's great. And talk to me about when the founders aren't just calling up their friends asking them to sign up. Have you guys tested any paid advertising or paid acquisition to this point?
Yeah, for sure. So we're constantly also testing with AdWords, for example. But the first sort of deals we did and how we got was through affiliates. So actually, we went through comparator sites, for example, a lot, and that was what was quite a good sort of initial step to get to leads. If you can, I would even do ACV deals, right? So a percentage of ACVs. Then you basically don't even have to pay for a lead. And that can really help through testing, getting validation. Even if you're just demoing the product and someone doesn't buy it initially, there's always a lot of value in talking to prospects.
What
right?
percent kickback were you giving to affiliates? You're talking 30% of ACV or what?
No, we were talking 15% ACV.
1-3?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15, 1-5. Okay, good. Very good. And okay, so 15% of ACV, and if they're paying $300 a month, so that call at what, $3,600 per year, you'd give them, what is that? About $450 for a new paid customer.
That's correct. Yeah.
So let's say you paid out on day one, right? The customer signs up for $300 a month. You pay out $450 to the affiliate immediately. What if that customer cancels in the second month?
No, we do it on monthly basis, right? So we say there's basically it's capped on a year anyway, so only first year ACV deal, and only for what the customer pays. So as soon as the customer leaves, of course we don't pay this part, but yeah, it's monthly billing, right? So that's what you have to be aware of. You basically have to pay the affiliates on a monthly basis.
Yep, very good. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous 5 Max. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
It's Grit by Angela Duckworth.
Grit. Yep. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
I'm always following Elon Musk, of course. I really like his tweets. I really enjoy what he has to say.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business?
Right now, I would say it's HubSpot.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Probably 4 or 5.
Okay. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Single, no kids.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. Last question, Max. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Okay, I'd wish I known how valuable time is, right?
Yep, time is super valuable, guys. There you have it from OrgOS. Again, just launched a couple of months ago. They're now doing about $7,500 per month across 25 customers, helping them with their HR needs. Each customer pays about $300 per month. They've done this by raising just about $1 million, 500 equity, 500 in debt. They're based at 12 of them, based in Berlin and Madrid. Founded again in 2017, scaling nicely with about a $450, $500 CAC, usually via affiliates. So quick 2-month, 3-month payback period there. Obviously really healthy. Max, thanks so much for taking us to the top.
All right. Thanks, Nathan. Have a good one. Bye-bye.